people, and welcome to Beautiful Life Chats. As you can see, I'm not in my normal location. I am back home in Port Douglas. This is my other home. I'm in my parents' house, and I used to live up here for about 8 or 9 years of my life, so this is home to me and I love being back home. I'm up here for a friend's wedding, which is tomorrow, so that's very exciting, and I'm here for about a week. So anyways, in today's video, I just really wanted to talk about a creative message that I received a couple of days ago from an acting friend of mine. If you don't know, I do acting and I'm a very creative person. So anyway, I got this message from this friend of mine, who I won't mention their name for their own privacy reasons. They sent me a message that said they wanted my advice because I've been doing acting a little bit longer than this particular person, and they said to me that they feel as though they have to force themselves sometimes to do the work, to be creative, and that sometimes it's not easy for them. And they wanted to know whether I always have that burning passion inside of me, that obsession with being creative and loving acting all the time, and do I always have that passion? And I wrote back to this person. I gave them my advice, what I felt I could give back. So I hope that it has helped them in a way. But I thought I would share it here, my advice that I gave to them, because even though this was a creative message that I received, it was kind of in relation to acting and all that sort of stuff. I feel like this question and this topic can relate to all of us in our everyday lives, and I really wanted to share my thoughts on this. Thank you to the person who asked this question, because it has sparked up this conversation for me, and this idea to share all of this with all of you. So thank you for that. I'm going to share what I basically said to this person, but obviously in a little bit more detail. And I'm no expert in any of this. This is just me talking from my own experiences and my own thoughts. In life, things aren't always easy. Some days and some moments we struggle to feel motivated, to feel inspired. Sometimes we feel tired and exhausted, and we just feel like, I can't be bothered doing anything today. Those moments and those days are going to happen. It's a part of being human. It's a part of living our life. And things are not always smooth or perfect, and you're going to have those days where you feel weighed down by life. And a lot of situations that happen around us or to us can affect us in many ways. Our emotions, what's happening around us in our personal lives, how we feel that day energy-wise, all those things play a factor in how we approach our day and our tasks and the things that we do in our career and our jobs and our hobbies and all that sort of stuff. Now, for example, with my acting and me being creative, there are days where I struggle to take myself to class. I struggle to do rehearsal. I feel uninspired to write a blog post and I can't think of anything. I have those days where I have creative blocks and I just don't want to do anything. I can't be bothered. I feel completely uninspired and unmotivated to do anything. I have those moments and those days. So when this person sent me this message, I completely related to what they were saying, because of course I've had those moments and days where I feel like it's a struggle to do something that I love. But the difference is that they're just days and they're just moments, and that's it. 99.9% of the time, I love what I do. I love being creative. I love my acting. I love singing. I love writing. I love doing these YouTube videos and doing my blog. I love it. And I honestly don't know what I would do without it. I don't know. I couldn't function, is what I'm saying, without being creative in some way or another. That's just who I am, and it's a burning passion inside of me that I can't be without, and I love doing it. But some days, as I said, are a struggle, and I do have to force myself to go to acting class, to write a blog post, to be creative, to do rehearsals, all those sorts of things. But when I force myself to go, even when I'm not in the mood to do the work and put my time in to be creative, I always leave feeling re-energized, and that passion inside of me is reignited, and I feel liberated, and I always walk away feeling like this is why I do what I do, and this is why I continue doing it. And those moments and those days of feeling like it's a struggle are just emotions, and I just have to continue doing what I love and know that at the end of the day I'll walk away feeling satisfied and happy. Now, I asked this particular person who wrote me this message to really look within the problem and ask themselves this: if someone told you right now that you're never going to be an actor, that you're never going to be able to be creative ever again, and that it's all over for you, or obviously you who I'm speaking to right now, you would put your job or your passion in that acting bit, whatever it is for you. If someone took it away from you right now and said you can never do that thing ever again, how would you feel? How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel like you couldn't live? Do you feel upset, angry, hurt that you could never do that thing that you love ever again? Or do you have that feeling like, you know what, I don't really care? And if it is that you don't really care that someone's going to take that thing that you love away from you, then maybe you need to re-look at what you're doing. Maybe that field or that hobby or that career path is not the right path for you, and you need to rethink about what actually makes you happy and what thing out there drives you and gives you that passion. Maybe you need to rethink how you're going about your work or your career. And I asked that person to ask themselves that. Really listen to their heart and their instincts, because at the end of the day, if it's a struggle to go to acting class, for example, and put in the work, if it's a struggle all the time and you're feeling like you really don't want to do it all the time, and you're not having any moments where you feel like, yeah, I'm really excited about this, or this makes me happy, then it's probably not the right career path or the right job or the right passion for you to follow. If you're feeling like it's a struggle all the time, because yes, we can have days and moments where it's a struggle, but it shouldn't be like that all the time. And that goes with everything in life. It shouldn't be a struggle all the time. So if you're struggling with something constantly and you really don't want to do that thing ever, then just ask yourself why you're doing it and if it's really right for you. My whole point to this video is that at the end of the day, you should do what makes you happy. Follow that passion and that desire. Follow your heart and your instincts, and do a job and a career path that really ignites something special inside of you, that makes you happy, that makes you feel like you can get up in the morning and you feel excited about going and doing whatever you're going to be doing in your day. Do something that makes you wake up. And I understand that all of us have to work. We all have to put food on the table, and we all have to pay our bills, and sometimes we have to do things that we don't want to do. We have to do those shitty jobs because we need money, and that's just a part of life. But if you can, try and choose a job and a career path that does make you happy and that gives you that burning passion inside, and that makes you excited for life. Obviously, if you don't have the resources to find a job or a career path that does that for you, then find a hobby that can give you that happy, passionate feeling inside. Something that you can do just for you. Yes, we all have to work, but have that hobby on the side that feeds you, feeds your soul, because it is really important to feed our soul and do things for us. And for me, it's being creative in all sorts of different ways. For you, it might be something else, but do that thing, whatever it is, that makes you happy. I also want to say that when you do have those days where you struggle and you don't want to do something that you normally genuinely love, or just anything in general, yes, you might have to force yourself, but showing up is what matters. Showing up and just putting in the time and the effort, even when you don't feel like it, showing up is what is important. Because if it is something that you truly love to do, you probably will walk away feeling happy again and feeling like, oh, why was I feeling this certain way? Now I feel good. So just try and show up and see how it makes you feel. But obviously move away from that thing if it's not serving you well, or if it's not making you happy. So anyways, I hope that helped and that made sense in some way. And I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. I love you all. Stay beautiful and remember to do what you love. Be your own kind of beautiful. Bye.